let's talk about The View and every single one of you. When I announced, that was insane. I announced on my X account. Remember that you can download on X. You can follow me on X. The 9 hours are taking a dent on my psyche. You can follow me on X using the link in the description of this live. And I already have 144 replies to, well, my proposal. Are you that cruel to dedicate an entire episode to make fun of people breaking down in front of a camera? Yes, I will do it. And so many of you told me you have to include The View's clips. And hands down, the most popular The View clip was this one. And everybody wanted to know what The View women had to say about Donald Trump becoming the 7th president of the United States. And let's analyze this. Let's take a look at this.
I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised as a woman of color.
Yeah, because we're going to make this about gender and race. It was not unexpected.
I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country.
Because, you know, it is more important, your color, your gender, who are you married to, and all those details. Instead, if you're capable, if you can do the job, and if you demonstrate that you can do the job with your policies and the way that you act and your record as well.
And I think that it had nothing to do with policy.
It is incredible. It is incredible that she not only makes it clear that this is about gender and race, and it is not about policy. She's making it clear in both ways. She's being insane in both ways. Well, I have to give it to her that she is very clear about what she stands for and what she doesn't stand for. She doesn't care about the policies. It's like Quentin Tarantino, by the way. That one hurt. Whatever Kamala said, he was going to vote for her. But again, at least Tarantino was sincere. No matter what Kamala says, no matter what effing interview she's going to do, I'm going to vote for her. That is being sincere. That's being direct. Don't bring me all that, yeah, we're going to save democracy. No, don't bring me that. You're just going to vote for her because F everyone. That's why.
I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country. Well,
a referendum of cultural resentment. I guess that she didn't see the stats, the numbers about black men and Latinos and, well, there was overwhelming against Kamala Harris. So how does it work? They were against their own culture? I don't know. I have no idea. By the way, we're going to be talking about numbers as well. And I mean, I don't want to mix the topics.
I think it...
Oh, she is going to be an applause. And then, yeah, effectively, The View is unhappy with whatever happened last night.
My takeaway is that the system works.
The system works, yes.
We live in a democracy. Mm-hmm. People spoke. This is what people wanted.
Well, it is great that they concede it in such an grown-up way.
Vehemently disagree with the decision that
that's okay. You are open to disagree.
Americans made. But I feel very, very hopeful that we have a democratic system in this country. We should value it. We should love it.
And we should have paper ballots no matter what happens. No more machines. No more internet. None of that. Paper ballots in envelopes, in cardboard boxes, and that's it.
We should protest if the situation arises that we need to protest, which I'm sure it will.
All right, I don't think that is a good idea. With when it comes to protests, I'm surprised. I'm surprised how let's say the usual rioters haven't started their stuff. Maybe they're expecting the paycheck to. The check to be clear.
I've been through this before with Nixon. It's been very difficult. But boy, oh boy, do we have a country if we can keep it.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, great. This is something that they took it. They took it quite nicely. There was nice words. Not gonna lie.
I think it has to do with a lot of things, that being one of them. I'm obviously very disappointed. I'm very sad. I was at the Kamala Harris headquarters yesterday in Washington.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad, especially because Kamala couldn't stay 1 hour to tell people go to your home in person. That was really unpolite from Kamala. I don't think that was the right thing to do. I'm waiting for her concession speech, and I'm going to analyze the heck out of it. Believe that.
And it was a very sad scene. The mood turned immediately, and I tell you, there's a quote I get a lot of inspiration from, and it's a quote that I read when I was reading about John F. Kennedy.
I wonder what the quote is about, but let's pay attention.
And it says, "Whether I am on the winning or the losing side is not the point with me. It is being on the side where my sympathies lie that matters."
All right, and where does your sympathies lie? I'm guessing that her sympathies do not lie with Donald Trump. That is my wild guess.
And that to me brought me consolation and inspiration this morning, because I have no regrets.
Or that's fine. That is actually very solid. Having no regrets about what you did, and especially, well, in spite if what you did was more or less insane, right? Voting for Kamala Harris, someone, regardless of her gender or color, that had no policies, basically no policies, no record or a bad record, and you were expecting that she was going to save democracy after not having any kind of votes herself to be nominated. Just put her like a puppet. That's a bit odd.
Yep. I worked hard as hell to elect the first Black Asian woman president.
Black Asian woman president, and it did not work because you focus on optics, and you absolutely should regret that. Maybe you should not regret about you made a decision and you have to live with the consequences of said decision, but you have to regret electing someone just because of the optics. Or this fits a DEI. This is essentially what DEI is. I mean, you wanted DEI, you got DEI, and you're going to succumb to DEI.
History slipped through our fingers again. I worked hard as hell for Donald Trump not to be president. But today, unlike Donald Trump and his followers, I acknowledge that he won.
Well, we also acknowledge that he won, so what is your point?
I hope for the best for our country, and I make a commitment to our LGBTQ, to our immigrants, to our elderly, to our young girls, to the women, that we will not stop fighting.
Oh, that is nice. Tell me how you will be fighting. I want the details. I want the details how you fight.
We can be sad today. Yeah. Today we can be sad.
Well, the no regrets, that is, I'm going to take that. That was pretty much solid, what they said and did.